We have a special guest that I wanted to reach out to. He is part of a community that got created because they wanted to take people out of the craziness and mayhem that is Facebook. Now, I don't know if that's a true story, but that's my story about his program. I don't know why they actually started it, but one of the things that I see is I had multiple coaches that started bringing us in to this kind of heartbeat community, heart-based community. And what is wonderful about it is it gives you all of those aspects of Facebook, but yet at the same time, you're able to keep your community in your way. So, Murtaza Bambot, do you mind coming on, my dear friend? Unmute yourself, introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about this fabulous community that you guys have in this program.
Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate it, Janine. My name is Murtaza. Hey, everyone. I'm the CEO and founder of HeartBeat. We're an all-in-one platform for building community businesses. A lot of my background is I have seen community in every way, shape, and form for the last 10 years. I've run many communities myself. I monetized a lot of communities. When I was 19, I got my first community to like 100K in revenue and spent a lot of time just trying to figure out like, how do you bring people together and do that in a way that is reliable and scalable and actually grows long-term. Ended up being the head of community for the second largest startup accelerator in the world, which was a very nice, glamorous, and glitzy title. The day job was anything but that. It was basically just stitching and tying together 1,000,001 tools and trying to make them talk to each other and trying to make them like actually work and facilitate great connections and great interactions for folks. And when I was kind of like rounding out the turn at that role, what I started looking back on and realizing is that like I had grown and built so much of my career by like learning from communities and getting value from the folks that were there. And I had had so much fun, running and building those communities myself. But one, the tools to run them were pretty terrible. Like either, like Janine said, you're at the mercy of Facebook and just praying to God that their algorithms actually move your stuff to the top.
Here,
Or,
here.
you were exactly right. Or you were just like, trying to jerry rig all these tools that are not built for your use case. And what was even more frustrating is as I was looking at all these great communities I'd been a part of, the thing that really, stung me was the number of communities that I had been a part of that I had loved and learned and grown from that were now dead. It was such a common thing. If you'd had these like great, vibrant, active communities that would get started and spun up, and then 2 years later, the whole thing falls apart. And what I started realizing was like the big thing that really like makes sure that a community is going to be around for the next 5 years, the next 10 years, is if they have a financial plan in place. If they're actually building this community with a structure where they have a plan to get revenue in, they have either members paying, they have sponsors, they have people that are helping them, actually grow and scale the revenue of the community so that you can spread the load. You can hire on a VA, you can hire on team members, and you can actually build this as a lasting, scalable business. And so that's really what we went out to go do with HeartBeat, is we wanted to build an all-in-one platform where not only could you create and host a community, but you had all of the tools that you needed under one roof to monetize the thing, be able to charge for subscriptions, charge for your courses, charge for different things, but still make it feel like it's a community, not just a sales page. And so that's a lot of what we focused on and what we do. Today, we host over 5,000 communities on the platform. We work with a lot of larger businesses. We work with Bumble. We work with girlboss.com. We work with StreamYard. But honestly, my favorite communities to work with are always small businesses because, like, guess what? We're a small business too. And I get it, right? Like, I understand the grind and I understand the hustle and I understand just how much blood, sweat, and tears goes into building something from the ground up. And so that's what we love doing, is just going in and supporting small businesses and helping them build lasting communities. A lot of what we do is, we'll give you the software and everything, but
Yeah.
we also want to support you the whole way through that journey.
And one of the things that I liked is I'm a member of one of the communities that a coach of mine. So my coach got started with it. And then Murtaza was like, okay, so Janine, they were offering all this stuff. And I was like, no, I don't need it. And he was like, why? And I said, well, it's just because I have my own platform. I've been using it since 2015. It does what I need it to do. But had you been around back then, I would have been happy to recommend it. But the platform that he offers, go ahead and take a look at it. And Murtaza, if you put your contact information down in the chat for us, please, so that people can look for you. And then I'd also enjoy you sending me an email with additional information so I can send it out to my newsletter. Okay.
Awesome. Yeah, just drop the link, and then that's my personal email in the Zoom chat. Feel free to hit me up if you guys have any questions. We're happy to help you with getting set up on HeartBeat, or just if you have questions about building a profitable community business, we're also happy to help there.
And that was what sold me. Was like, yeah, if our platform isn't appropriate for you, we'll still be glad to help you. And I always say, please pay him for his time in some way, because he did take time and he is offering to help you make a scalable up to $100,000 business using community. And he has made all the mistakes for you. So he will be saving you time. Like I say to my authors, I will save you 7 years and $65,000. So, right. We've talked about that. Murtaza had me on one of his programs. And so that's why I'm very grateful you came to us today.